Dubai.
We are
Leg five.
recapping Dubai.
Leg 5.
Dubai.
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 Dubai. Dubai.
What was the song that Corey would always sing?
Blue, da boo dee doo Dubai, da boo dee da Dubai, da doo dee da Dubai.
We're orange, da doobie, da Dubai, da doobie, da Dubai.
Oh, United, the Emirates Airlines, best airline I've ever flown.
They even had flight attendants that had Polaroid cameras to take photos with, so that we could remember our Emirates flight.
And I watched Geostorm. I watched that movie on the flight.
I don't remember which movie I watched. I should really refer back to my journals before I do these recaps.
Dubai was like the cleanest, most extravagant city I have ever been in. And their airport was like a palace. Like, it was like this big, open, spacious rooms, like just bougie airport. And like, but it was so empty. Part of that was because we got in, like at midnight. But also I think part of that's because like everything is bigger in that city than like.
They just need to show they have that money.
Yeah.
They got the money.
The money.
Yeah, that's what this leg's all about. Actually, there's a YouTube video of us explaining the different taxi cab systems in Dubai, so I won't go into that right now, but we got one of the female taxis with Regina. Who was I forgot about that. She was like, so like a bunch of the female taxi drivers were like, there's like a group of black ones, and so when I ran up to her, she was like, I got the black one, and I was like, yes, I'm black, let's go Regina. That's why we got first. Oh, even though she wasn't very fast, but we couldn't complain because we really liked her.
Because driving to the T luxury car tailgate thing, but your clue basically told you there wasn't like a destination. It basically said like drive 30 miles down the highway and then looked for the marked exit, because it wasn't like a street, it was like pulling off into the sand,
into the desert.
So we were like especially Becca was like, okay Regina, like how many miles do we have left? Okay, there's like, the turn off now.
Really on it.
Yeah, it was like a really like manual direction of the taxi.
And then we found it, and as we were getting there, Nicole and Victor were just leaving.
Yeah.
And we ran down and sat down as a calming vibe. We didn't really know what was happening. They offered us tea and dates, and we said, what place are we in? How many people came here before us? And they were like, you're in third place. And we were like, what? Third? No way. That's so crazy. No, really?
Well, they said that we were the third group.
Oh, and
so like the first group was like everyone. Yeah. And then the second group was Nicole and Victor, and we were the third group. But like leaving that though, until we got to the frame and saw everyone else, we thought we were in third place the entire time until we got to the Dubai frame.
And then we realized we were in last place.
Yeah.
With the drama mamas. We couldn't even getting the clue out of the car was a trip because we couldn't
open the door.
Couldn't figure out how to open it.
Yeah, that's why I was freaking out when I was like, whoa! It wasn't because I'm not a big car person. It was more like, we opened the door.
Yeah, they really wanted us to be excited about the cars, but
yeah, I mean they were nice, but
it wasn't our.
Neither of us are car people. Yeah.
And then
so
we got to the frame.
Yeah, I got to the frame.
The heat was on now. Like I was starting to like black out into competitive mode because because we were in last place and we were neck and neck.
Well, yeah, because we got out of the taxi and we saw all the other teams running back to their taxis, and we're like, where did they come from?
And what we could have known at that point too was like, we still have like 2 challenges. We don't need to be freaking out, but I was definitely starting to get into that little freak out mode. But Floyd did remind me to look around the frame for a second.
Well, when you get in the frame, there was like a mini like exhibit museum that we had to like walk through.
Yeah, but you couldn't tell like it's out the way.
Yeah, like we were in the lobby and we saw like the fog leading to the exhibit. And we're like, okay, do we go that way, or do we like? Is there an elevator? You had to like go through this museum to the elevator at the end and then go all the way up to the top. But like we also like were stressed because we were like speed walk, because like you couldn't run in there. They said no running, so we had to like speed walk to the clue box, and like the producers were like, look down. I'm like, oh, that's cool, let's go.
Yeah, it's so intense being with another team. Like even if you're dead last, like even if you're further in last, but there's not a team next to you, it's less intense than if you're like actually just with another team.
Yeah.
But we were actually grateful to be in last because ultimately that gave us the wherewithal to choose the best part of the detour, which we definitely would have chosen jumping had not everyone been ahead of us because we didn't know it was going to be VR, but we figured, like only 2 can go at a time. We got to do the whole safety briefing.
Yep.
It's going to like get into gear.
Yeah, you were the one who were driving that.
All
Becca
that
was
stuff
like, no,
takes
we're doing
forever.
We passed the glowing garden, and we saw that it was closer than the Burj Khalifa. So we were like, teams are ahead of us, and that detour is right there.
Close.
Okay, so wait, I have to talk about the dinosaur costumes. So like on TV, it was like all fun and games, and like, oh, it's so silly. That was like the most miserable challenge of my life. It was so hot in those dinosaur costumes.
I think like the daily temps in Dubai in the daytime were like 120 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
And so at nighttime it was still like 100 degrees,
Yeah.
or like at least 90 something.
And that dinosaur costume, all of your like sweat and heat is just trapped in there. So you're like running in an oven. I was drenched in sweat. We both were. As soon as you took off that dino, it was hot. I was like a physical challenge. Not really.
There was a lot of running in the dinosaur suit.
I was like, roar! Roar!
Like all we could do is like all they showed us doing was making sounds.
Yeah.
Maybe we couldn't actually communicate in English at that point.
It was a cool challenge. Like, I mean, besides
it's
searing
definitely
heat.
more entertaining to watch.
Yeah. The eggs they weren't like, as you would see, they'd be hidden behind like a... What?
Was it Janelle who's like whipping around in circles?
She's a competitor.
It really was like the only way to keep like the thing off your face was like to get some wind blowing.
I was like strangling mine. And like holding it up with one hand.
And Brittany and Janelle are like over there putting their eggs in this like, I don't know, like a flower pot. And this was one of those times where they asked like, where's the nest? Where's the nest? And we could have just told them like, just go in there and turn right or whatever it was. But we were still like, who do we help? When do we help them? I don't really know. If we should be always helping other people. And so we just said, that's not it. It's that way. We weren't super helpful.
Because at that point, we still thought we were in last place.
Yeah.
Like, in our minds, we were last.
Right.
Like, all throughout that dinosaur challenge.
And I couldn't remember which colors we got in Floyd. I give all the credit on that, remembering what colors and how to get back to the nests.
Went to the Soho Garden.
Soho Garden.
Club. Yo. So you get there, you read the clue, and you're like, okay, like, who has rhythm or something? And I was like, are you serious?
Who wants to like tune in, feel the beat?
I was like, really? Like, okay. So
we were like, is this a joke? Like, are they really making another challenge just for us?
Yeah. So I was like, let's go. So I went down on the dance floor. I just got busy. Like, I like was getting up in people's faces, like dancing, like
yeah,
partying.
you could tell by watching like Floyd. Like that was the strategy. It's like feel the beat, show people what you're feeling, and then other people can also help sing to you.
And you also like you can't like. I also like the tempo. I danced half time. You know what I mean? Because you just have to feel like the right beat. And if you were dancing like duh duh duh, that'd be too fast. And it was like duh duh duh. Then you like can see it. And then like go up to the DJ and he's like, "You did it!" And I was
and we're like, "Oh, we first."
Yeah. So then we basically read the clue, solved the world's longest urban zip line, ran out to Regina. We're like, Regina, let's go.
We would like every time we'd leave a challenge, Regina's like out schmoozing with the other taxi drivers, and we just start like yelling like from like 100 yards away, like Regina, Regina,
and she's like, okay, let's go. She was awesome. We pull up to like the towers. There were like 4 towers. We had to go up tower 2, and like we were like trying to figure out where to get dropped off, and all of a sudden, Chris and Brett run. They're outside of the taxi,
they're out of the taxi,
running to the tower. So we're like, Regina, we need to go. So Regina floors it and goes all the way to the parking garage. So we like drove ahead of Chris and Brett, then got out of the car, and then we all like sprinted through that garage to the elevator.
Yeah, like the one had the marking, but then the one was open for us. And we're like, which one do we get in? And then they got in first, and then I said, I love you, but we're getting first today. And we were like there was like a left or a right outside the
I think
elevator.
you went right and I went left, which actually is probably really smart because I think whoever was right, we could like beat the other. And so Becca went right, whereas everyone else went left, and she was like, Floyd!
Yeah, and then we did the zip line, which Floyd was so scared. It was so funny.
I was scared initially. Because like you're laying on this bed, or like bench, and like it raises up and you're just like looking over the edge of this building. That as soon as we started going, I was like, okay. But like initially I was like, frick, this is hot. Like,
it was really like a peaceful, because it's nice. We already knew we were in first. There was no more stress. We were just geeking and geeking and giddy.
Yeah. We wore light suits. Like, this is the
like
season of light stuff.
And this was a moment that Floyd and I have laughed at, like, every time we've hung out since the race, and we are so glad they aired it, because they don't air most things, as you probably have figured out.
Phil goes, what do we all love? And Becca goes, money!
Money! What?
Money!
But then we won
Money?
$5,000.
Money?
Then we won $5,000.
That's team fun for you. We're all about money.
Yeah.
That's
so
the lesson,
that's why
kids.
we're selling these shirts.
Yeah.
We're trying to get
Money.
money. Phil threw it down. Phil on the mic.
He was good.
Yeah.
He was flawless.
Yeah, he's like, he doesn't even like hesitate a beat. That is the Phil philosophy.
It was really good.
Philosophy.
Yeah. That was actually our second time freestyling on the mat with Phil. The first time was when I lost my passport.
Yeah,
in
this one was
Tanzania.
better circumstances.
This was far better circumstances.
Okay, so we got a shout out here for Courtney Hyde.
Courtney Hyde,
07.
07.
She speaks in a lot of ILYSM.
Oh my god, I love you. I love you so much.
Okay.
Millennial, yeah.
We also, another thing was that we were on Lexington, Kentucky's live radio station. We'll post the SoundCloud link
in the description.
Yeah,
listen, this was
one of the best interviews we've ever had.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
yes,
it's
really
an hour of just us.
Lane.
You get to hear Becca's dope music.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, hip hop gone wild.
I wrote a song and it got played on the radio.
And the music video is amazing.
It got played on the radio.
No, if you haven't seen it, we're gonna put that in the link too.
Yeah.
Can I put that in the link?
Yeah,
okay.
please.
From Health Unlimited. I don't know if this is a business YouTube account but health. It's basically about between legs. At the end of the leg, at the pit stop, do you guys know who has been eliminated? Can you tell by which teams are in the hotel? So the answer is like kind of yes and no. It's both, really.
Like, it depends how...
It depends on the leg.
Yeah, it depends on the leg. Oftentimes, no.
Yeah.
Like, it was one of two teams.
If it's like a non-elim leg, because sometimes they'll let us all go down and like get food in the dining room together or something.
And then we'll see.
But like they'll
but sometimes they won't. Yeah, they'll hold them.
They'll hold the non-eliminated team so we don't see them.
Yes.
So
sneaky.
you really they try really hard to like make sure you don't, and sometimes you know, and sometimes you don't. Like there's rumors and stuff. Also, Health Unlimited's question: how do you know what time you depart at? Is it a certain amount of hours, et cetera, et cetera? It depends.
They tell us.
Yeah, they'll tell us as soon as we check in.
They give us a piece of paper with your check-in time and your check-out time, or your lobby time, because there's the lobby time, which is before you got to get all mic'd up and meet your camera crew, and then there's the mat time, which is usually like an hour after that.
Yeah, this season was really sporadic in terms of, because like usually our first season was consistently like 12 or 18-hour pit stops. This season was like all across the board. It was like there was no consistent number.
Sometimes we'd be in those hotels for days.
I think Laos was our longest. We were there for like over 2 days.
Yeah.
Chilling in Laos. But
maybe security. We don't really know what goes on behind the scenes there. They try and keep that part of mystery. Let's keep that fourth wall up.
Yeah.
All right.
The end.
Uganda.